Women only chase men who master this. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about women only chase men who have mastered this. So what is this? What is the thing that women only chase men who have mastered? So basically what this is in a nutshell, is women chase men who master the art of doing less than women. Okay, and what I mean by doing less, I mean men who do less texting, who do less calling, less emotional talk. So what this looks like is you get the woman to message you more, to contact you more, to call you up more, to talk more about emotional topics. Okay, so what I mean by emotional topics is when you're just dating a woman, for example, let her be the one to come up and say to you that she loves you, that she likes you, about how much you make her feel on the inside, right? Get her to be the one to do those things first, okay? And you keep your cards close to your chest. And basically when she says those things to you, then you can reciprocate, okay? You can say those things back to her. So if she tells you that she loves you, if you feel the same way, you can tell her that you love her as well. It's just simple stuff like that. That's what I mean by emotional talk, okay? So when it comes to then texting and calling, at the beginning of a courtship, yes, you may need to be the one that offers the suggestion to hang out. Like, for example, you say to her, hey, I'd really like to get to know you better. When are you free? That's what you would say to ask her out on a date. So you're putting your foot in the door and you're waiting for her to accept it and to see if she will go out with you. And if she does, that's amazing. So if you go out and you go on dates, your main goal then on the date is to just have a great time and to have fun and to get her to laugh and to get her to talk about things that she likes talking about, to get her to feel basically lots of positive emotions when she's around you. And basically just have, just be fun and silly together, just have a good time. Because love is supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be playful. I mean, obviously, things happen later on in life when you're committed that can be not as fun when you've got more responsibilities like kids and mortgages, second mortgages, whatever it may be. And you can sometimes get caught up in the stress of life, But when you're only dating a woman, there's a lot of, less, there's less of that going on, right? Because you're not intertwined yet too much when it comes to your like finances and things like that. And you can relax a little bit more and have more fun and more and be silly together, basically. And even then, even when life does get more stressful and you've been together for a long time, you still have to maintain that. You still have to try and have ways, to have a laugh and have a joke with one another and to feel, just be silly, basically. Because that's the kind of connection that you should really look for. And those are the kinds of relationships that last a long time. Like if you can be silly with your partner, if you can be goofy, if you can be fun, if you can get each other to laugh so you're in stitches, that's the kind of relationship that you should be aiming for. And the one that's going to be the most fruitful long term. Because yeah, it's obviously important that you find a woman you're sexually attracted to, who you want to have sex with, who is, and likewise, she's attracted to you and she wants to have sex with you, yeah, because that's the whole, otherwise it's just a friendship, right, if you don't have that. So obviously, yeah, you've got to find a woman that you're extremely attracted to, but also you've got to find a woman who you can have a laugh with and have a good time with, because eventually, at some point, those things aren't going to be as important anymore, like the attraction. For example, like when you're 60 years old and you've been together for 30, 40 years, that part of your life is not going to be as prominent anymore, right? So what you'll find is that you have to enjoy her company, you have to like her, you have to enjoy who she is and to be good friends as well and good companions and to get, be able to have a good laugh. Because if you end up in a relationship with a woman that just nags you all the time and you just don't get on as friends, then it's going to be very, very difficult for you when, and that's what you'll find happens with a lot of people when they they get divorces and stuff. They started the relationship because they were attracted to one another, but they didn't necessarily like each other in terms of like friendship. And because the friendship is no longer there and they can no longer have a laugh and be silly together, there's nothing else in the relationship. When the sex dries up, that's it. When the sex stops happening, and usually the sex does stop happening because the passion sort of simmers down. And if there's no good bond and no good friendship and no good sort of like time to sort of, have fun and be silly together, then the sex dries up even faster, okay? Because there's nothing there. There's no connection there. And even if there's a passionate connection, there still has to be a friendship connection. There still has to be a fun connection, okay? Which is why that's really important. So another way that you can do less, right? So you can really truly master this is through the way that you text her. And I think the master who talks about this kind of communication is Corey Wayne. And basically what he says is that just use the phone and texting and calling and stuff like that, any kind of like messenger app, just use that to arrange dates. Don't use it to talk. Don't use it to get to know each other. Get to know each other in person on the date. So when you've set up a date with a woman, there's absolutely no reason why you should still be chatting to her and being in her DMs 24/7 after that. If you've set up a date, you don't need to say anything. The date is set in stone. If you're worried she's not going to show up to the date, then obviously that's a woman that's not that into you. Like if you go on the date and you haven't spoken to her since you set up the date and she's not there, then she wasn't that interested in seeing you. Okay? But a woman who is interested in seeing you will show up to the date, okay? And she may even message you a day before saying, are we still on for tomorrow? Or on the day, she might be saying, are we still on for tonight? Okay, then you'll know that you've built her anticipation in the right way, because she wants to see you and she's wondering if it's still on. So she's messaged you because she's worried because she hasn't heard from you. And that shows that she likes you. So that's another good reason why it's a good idea to have a little back and forth to begin with, maybe send like 5 or 6 messages like, hey, how are you? What are you up to? Sort of thing. And then get to the point of setting up the date. Yeah. And then when you've set up the date and you know the place and you know the time, and you know on what day you're going to be meeting her, then, be like, great, well, see you then. See you on the date. And then don't say anything else. Okay? And if she likes you, she will show up to the date, or she may as well as message you the day before or the morning before the date, the morning of the date rather, and say to you, are we still on? And you'd be like, yeah, of course, I'm looking forward to it. And that's all you need to do. Okay, and that's probably how the first 3 dates will go, so let's say you see each other once a week for 3 weeks, and you always do that same method of you ask her out on a date, you set up the date, when to meet, where to meet, what day to meet, and then you wait the days up until that date, and you don't say anything to her unless she says something to you, and then you go out on the date, you have a great time, you have fun, you be silly, you be goofy together, you enjoy yourselves, and then you wait a few days, and you ask her out again. Again, after the date, do not message her after the date, unless she specifically says to, because it might be that she says to you, oh, I'll let you know when I get home, all right, something like that. She may say that, but don't suggest that yourself. Don't say, oh, let me know if you get home okay. Don't do that, because it might be that you're dropping her off anyway, so then you'll know that she's got home okay because you dropped her off, right? But just, let her wonder, let her think about you. So after the date, just wait maybe 3 or 4 days before asking her out again. If you really want to stretch it out and you're unsure if she liked you, then maybe wait 5 days. And then you ask her out again, and you put that date for a few days in advance. And again, you don't message her during that time, okay? And that's how you can show that, because if she wants to talk to you, then she's going to cotton on like, oh, he really doesn't really like to message that much. He only really wants to use Messenger for, making arrangements and stuff. So if I want to get in contact with him and I want to talk to him, then I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to chase him. I'm going to have to initiate something. Okay. And she is chasing you if she sends you a text a day before the date or the morning of the date saying, are we still on? Are we still on? Is the date still happening? Okay, that's her chasing you. She's reaching out to you. Okay. So that's what I would suggest that you do, so you can get women to chase you more. And the art of this, the beauty of this way of doing things, is that if she likes you, right, she will chase you. If she doesn't like you, then things will fizzle out. She may not even show up to a date, right? Because this may happen. You may arrange a date with a woman like 5 days in advance. You don't say anything during those days, and then you should come up. You go to the date and she's not there. She just doesn't show up, and that's because she had low interest and she wasn't that really into hanging out with you and going on the date with you. Okay, so. But if she does show up, then that shows that she is interested in you. So it shows you everything you need to know about a woman's interest in you. Okay, if you want to test her interest, that's the best way that you can do it, by not messaging her as much. Okay, because if she likes you and she hasn't heard from you, then she's going to reach out to you. She's going to wonder if the date's still happening. She's going to do those kinds of things. She's going to show up to the date. Okay, and that lets you know that she is chasing you. And again, when you're on the date though, again, be silly, have fun, because that's your main goal as a guy when you're on the date. You're just there to have a good time, to get her to have a good time, to be silly, to be fun, to develop that bond, that friendship connection, that happy, the fun connection, happy fun connection. That's your goal, right? Of course, be flirtatious and stuff like that. Obviously, if you think that she looks absolutely drop dead gorgeous when you see her, then tell her that. If that's exactly how you feel, and always let on what's exactly on your mind, which sometimes may be a bit polarizing. So if you think that her dress makes her boobs look great, then say that to her, right? Because that's how you genuinely feel. Okay, but only say something that, because it might actually be nothing to do with her dress. It might be something to do with her hair. Perhaps she did her hair really nice, and for some reason that's what you're really drawn to. Then say something about her hair. Just as long as it's an authentic compliment. That's what you're looking for, okay, if you're going to say something to a woman. If it's something you feel like you just have to say and you don't really believe it, then don't say it. If you've got nothing to compliment, don't compliment. Or if, only compliment something if it's something that you really like. Whoa, I'm really drawn to that, and just say that, yeah? Just let it be real, okay? So that's what I suggest that you do, okay? Because so women only chase men who have mastered the art of doing less than women who they're dating, okay? Because if you're doing less, then she has to chase, okay? She has to. If she's into you, she has to then chase, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you're like coaching with me and you feel like you need help with a specific situation, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com and just click on whichever coaching option works best for you at this current time. I can help you with any texts you want me to look over that you've been sending each other. If you want me to look over your dating profile, send me screenshots of that and I can analyze those and help you optimize it so you get more matches. But as well, if you just want help with a specific situation, let's say you're having trouble with a specific girl who's maybe showing lack of interest, if you let me know what your story is and you tell me your story, I can then help you turn things around and let you know if it's salvageable or not. Because sometimes things are salvageable, but sometimes also they're not as salvageable. But I can at least give you the best advice that will put you in the best possible position to attract her back into your life if that's something that you're struggling with. And also as well, you can go and get coaching for free by reading my book and studying this, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams, which you can also get on my website, and you can read it completely for free. Again, go to www.christineloveridge.com and then click on the menu on the website and go to the book, and it will take you straight there to the PDF reader, and you can just study this completely for free. You don't have to log into the website, you don't have to sign up, it's just there. Okay, so that's something you can, a free resource that you can just study. And what I would suggest that you do as well with this book is come back to it time and time again. So like if you're feeling unconfident, let's say a girl rejected you, Or let's say you feel like a woman is losing interest that you're dating, or perhaps you're going for a breakup, whatever it may be. And whenever you need a boost of confidence, read this book. Or whenever you're about to go on a date and you feel a bit like, oh, I'm going on a date in a couple of days, I feel a little bit, getting a bit of butterflies here. What can I do? What can help calm me down? What can help make me feel more confident? Then go to this book. Let this book be the place where you go to where you need that confidence boost and you need that little bit of information that can make you feel a little bit more centered. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.